I finally read Project Hail Mary. Here's a brief summary of my thoughts, as well as a list of all the reasons why this book is inherently political. Project Hail Mary follows Ryland Grace, a molecular biologist turned science teacher who wakes up alone on a spaceship on a mission to save our sun. Overall, I really enjoyed the story. I rated it 4 stars. I don't think it's exactly entry-level sci-fi, but I think it's very palatable for people who don't read a ton of science fiction. As someone with an environmental science degree, I really enjoyed Ryland's thought processes, his methodology, and just his relentless curiosity. The heart of the story, and I think where Andy shines, is the relationship between Rocky and Ryland. That friendship is so pure and wholesome and entertaining. The banter was just fantastic, and I think it really keeps the book afloat in areas of low tension. I also really love the conclusion of Ryland's character arc and how he had a second chance to be brave and do the right thing. As a fantasy author, I did struggle a little bit with the syntax and some of the prose. I also think this book could have used another edit. There was a lot of fat that needed trimming, and the pacing suffered for it just a little bit. Finally, I did find Ryland's inner voice to be a little too quirky. And I say that as someone who spent a lot of years reading and writing on fanfic.net, Wattpad, and AO3. I love a character with voice. I love a good quirky character, but the cringe factor was just a little too high for me. Now, in the middle of reading this book, the author, Andy Weir, came out and said that he puts zero politics or social commentary in any of his books. He said he has no point to make. He's not trying to affect anyone's opinion on anything. He's just an entertainer. And it almost made me DNF this book immediately. Because what do you mean? This story is about a scientist and a science teacher in America. This book is about international collaboration to solve a global climate crisis. One of the first things Ryland considers when meeting an alien is its pronouns, and he challenges the idea of an all-male space crew. Look, everything is inherently political. The air we breathe is political. But you take education, science, and reading and you put them together, you have a political statement. Science is under attack in the United States right now. Our institutions, our agencies, our organizations have all been gutted, and it's costing lives. The president has vowed to dismantle the Department of Education, and your hero, your protagonist, is a science teacher. White Christian nationalists are worming their way into K-12 curriculum and beyond, and they don't believe in climate change. They don't believe that anything in your book is possible, okay?